and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
You've been maddeningly unhelpful then, sir.
I try.
Oh, watch out, man.
We have Foley now. We have the budget.
There's not enough gold in the world to make me headbutt that can of tin.
I heard he was gonna sell that little inkwell you...
That motherfucker!
The Salty Boys Podcast.
Welcome back to the Not Salty Boys.
No, it's the Salty Boys.
It's not the Salty Boys.
It is the
Low
Salty
Sodium
Fuck AR.
Boys Podcast.
This is Kikomin.
I was just gonna say that!
This is General So's taking over with our dulcet tones. I'm the DM. I'm the DM now.
Look at me.
It's Sawyer, not Yardley.
I
but
didn't
the
look
DM.
at him. He said, look at me, I'm the DM now.
Sitting directly to my right. Sitting directly to my right.
Can you count to your right?
Other right.
Sitting directly to my right.
What do I say?
That's good enough.
Talk to the mic.
You gotta go up to the
You can pull it closer to your face if
Hello?
you want. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
me.
I'm Christy.
Pull it like that.
I'm Christy.
There you go.
She will not be playing. She's just observing. But she will be soon. Very soon. Sitting directly to her left
Is you.
is me, the DM,
Not me.
but sitting 2 spaces to my right.
Jesus
Two hops this time.
This is way too complicated. I am Kronk, and I am playing Salvatore Manakine.
Can you
That's
spell
a-
that for me?
S.
I know how to spell Salvatore.
S. S.
S.
K-M-A-N-A-K-H-E-I-M.
K-I-N-E. Close enough.
K-I-M.
K-I-N-E.
K-I-N. Manakine. Sorry,
Yes.
I said Manakine. Okay. How much HP does he have?
18.
Oh, that's right. We're the little boys here. Sitting parallel to him.
Jesus. You were in school for next year because of math. This is your fault.
I'm practicing.
Yeah, didn't you take
Edging?
Math 101A and B,
I did.
Shepard?
I did.
I also did, so I can talk.
I passed.
My
Barely.
my character tonight. This is AR, being not any of the orcs that I play. My character tonight is Grambo Crambo.
Not related to Mr. Rambo.
God damn it.
All right.
How much HP does Grambo Crambo have? Did you all roll, by the way, your 4d6?
It
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
it made it.
Give me
in
your
the app.
HP.
30.
That's why I only have 10 strength.
He's a monk.
And sitting perpendicular to him, finding y equals mx plus b,
Jesus.
is our
Y
lovely...
equals BM plus C.
Ooh, that's me. I'm the DM again.
The real DM.
Oh, it's not me this time. I'm because I'm playing again. Tonight, I am playing Errol Wavestriff, the Seeker.
Oh shit! How do you, can you? Is it E-R-R-I-L?
E-R-R-O-L. You were close.
Errol Wave Strife. Wavestriff?
W-A-I-F
Okay,
S-T-R-I-F-E.
cool. And how much HP does Wave Strife have?
Guess.
12.
Close. He has 10 HP.
Jesus.
At level 3.
He's a small boy. He's a wizard with no con, so
Eggplant boy. Oh, man.
Is it Francis?
Where's the dead?
he's slightly better off than Blade was, but not much.
Jesus Christ. Sweet. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started in the lovely town of Altair.
Ooh. I love the sound of a cell phone creating interference.
I'm gonna be Dr. Tuda for a second.
It's fine.
It's really okay. We don't care. We don't get paid to do this.
It actually doesn't show up as bad as it used to.
Yeah.
So
And even if we got paid, we still wouldn't care.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just get paid.
Also, you can get on the Wi-Fi if you need, and that should be better. If you didn't see you can just like get up and put the code in your phone. Anyways, we're starting in Altair.
So we're starting in the Kingdom of Altair. This is a lovely, bustling merchant kingdom. It's split into 3 levels. So you have it's split into 3 different rings of the city. So as you progressively get more into the city, more into the kingdom, you get pretty much a lot more money's going through all the way up to the castle there. So we have the outer ring, which is pretty much like your peasant kind of living, and it's a little bit grassy, not necessarily all the paved roads, a little bit more dirt road kind of stuff, rocky paths. This is where, I mean, a lot of people honestly just kind of live to survive. They mostly go out hunting on the kind of on the plains. They go out to the, or they go in town sometimes to go off the docks to fish if they don't get caught. And it also houses the barrackses. So split up, you have your housing kind of on the left side, your barracks on the right side, which holds kind of the reserve troops to be sure that everything in the front stays all right. And then there's an oddly placed set of gallows, kind of off to the right of the entrance. And outside you have some farmland, and there's a really nice natural rock face that also kind of acts as a wall, but it's a very, very safe, kind of secure wall. So you think Ba Sing Se almost, if you've ever seen
I acknowledge my defeat at Ba Sing Se,
the Dragon of the West. And then you get into
Prince Zuko.
oh shit, that was good.
Thanks, man.
And
Been
then we
working
get-
on my eye row.
Is a good eye row.
All I can say is like Prince Zuko. If you try to ask me to talk like him for like a full
you
game.
gotta get a little deeper. You gotta go, Prince Zuko.
No, fuck off.
too deep.
So then you get into
Somewhere in the middle.
so we've already lost Grambo Crambo. He's
He's
dead.
already dead.
Crambo's dead.
Crambo is dead.
Jesus.
He killed himself.
God, you they're awesome. And we get into we get into the inside of the city a little bit more, which is the merchant ring. So you have the outer ring, merchant ring, and the inner circle. That's what they kind of call it, colloquially. But the merchant ring obviously houses all the merchants. All the ships come through there. This is where kind of like your more skeevy underbelly deals are going to happen if people are kind of going around town trying to wheel and deal. But it houses. It's like, again, it's like kind of like your middle class area. Not too bad. Not too shabby. At the the closer you get towards the castle and towards the actual inner circle is where you'll start to see more like Fifth Avenue kind of stuff. You think more New York a little bit. And then you get to the inner circle. Big fucking castle in the inner circle. Big fucking castle. It's adorned with like this nice green, almost like gold and a red hued dragon emblem that everyone pretty much knows as King Roan's dragon as Crane. So he's been pretty much the symbol of the king. The king kind of took power back in those days with the help of a dragon because he tamed it, and now they have a very nice friendship. Long live the king, King Roan. That's him. Anyway, we are going to start off with some bonds real quick. So can you tell me a little bit about Grambo Crambo?
Okay, so imagine I'm going to start this one off in our former DM's favorite way. Imagine Francis, except without any skills. So he is a drunken master monk, and he is more of a drunken than he is a master. So he just kind of chooses people and follows them around for a while, and just like his bed is wherever his head lies that night in his drunken stupor.
Okay.
I'm imagining that he's a bit like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys.
Or is it kind of like Master Roshi a little bit too? So like at one point he was known as the best, and then maybe.
Well, he's actually really good at what he does. He's just too drunk to ever do it well. So he's just like a loose cannon.
Okay.
He's not like a former Glory. He's still like kind of young. For
Still
now.
Glory. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. McHoss.
So I'm playing as Errol Wavestrife. He comes from a pretty well-off-to-do family, so he's never had to really want for much. But he didn't. He was always somebody who's more curious about the slumming it in the lower rings than living in his station.
Mm-hmm.
So after he graduated from the School of Illusion, he sort of took to the freelance life and kind of made his way as sort of a roamer. He always finds his way back to Altair, though. It's where his home is. So he calls himself a seeker. He's basically kind of a glorified like private investigator / freelancer / merc, if the money's right. Got a bit of a silver tongue. He's more apt to talk his way out of situations than he is to claw his way out. But
I love it.
if you back baby into a corner, it's he's been known to give a bad time sometimes.
feel like he's the exact opposite of Grambo, because Grambo is more apt to just punch his way out of things.
It's gonna be an interesting dynamic. What about Salvatore?
Well, he is a divine soul sorcerer, and I picked some stuff from the PHB here. Personality traits: I don't run from evil; evil runs from me. Ideals: I have a dark calling that puts me above the law. Bonds: there's evil in me. I can feel it. I must never set it free. And flaws: I have certain rituals I must follow every day. I can never break them. So he's an outlander, and he had something traumatizing in his past, of course, to go with the whole sorcerer thing and the magic spark and all that stuff that caused him to be able to cast magic. And he basically hunts evil, regardless of who gets in the way.
It's kind of
Like a Witcher.
Kind of, but not as cool.
fuck.
Told you he's only got 10 strength.
Oh, it's better than freaking Grambo over here. He's got 7.
Alrighty.
As a monk, Jesus.
So
I
let's,
think I can attack with Dex.
let's see if we can get some bonds kind of established here, so we have somewhere to kind of go, just to see what happens. Unless you guys would just want to go off the cuff right now.
I don't know. I mean, we could do that. I think we know each other's play styles well enough. Unless you guys want to roll. What do you think? I mean, because I could already kind of see a good, at least from Grambo's standpoint, I could see a good relationship with the two of you. Like, you're a private eye, but like whenever you need like fists, that's like his drunken master secret is he's good at punching things. He's like a drunken mock.
And Salvatore had a job, former job that he ran with the captain.
Awesome. So
Aboard the TTTTT.
Yes, the other captain.
you. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Bubs, can you roll me a D10?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't even count that high.
I know.
You don't have that many fingers.
Bubs rolled an 8.
I'm so happy you did this. Oh, that works. Okay. So, you have in your possession a it's almost a very faint color. It's very dingy from how definitely from not necessarily from or in its former glory, but you have an odd keepsake on you. Mm-hmm. It's you still haven't been able to figure out where it goes, what it does, but it looks like a very faded, very dirty emerald, and no matter how you can and no matter how many times you've tried to clean it, it doesn't seem to quite like get the job done. Jesus fucking Christ!
That was the emerald in his pocket.
That was
dropped.
my balls that just dropped.
Oh my God, it's about time.
Emerald balls.
And now Errol is from Georgia.
Lee from Georgia.
No, he's not.
I do declare we back home in Altair,
No.
boys.
You just found it. You've had it in your possession, but you just found it. It's not necessarily. You're not one of them
Yet.
roll me a D10 there, Cronky. And you can too, I guess.
5.
5. I don't like that one.
What is it?
A romantic interest.
With himself.
All right, we got
6. Don't like that one either. Okay.
I know, I like it. So what fuels your magic and what fuels your kind of internal struggle is that you refer to it as your. It's almost a place where like your magic emanates from in your body, but it is a special place that emanates. So for you, you got to go to your special place for your time out there. But we can do a little more with that. That's it. A little later, but that's where a lot of your kind of like past trauma lives. A little bit. So let me just go.
So when I say I have more magic in my little finger than anybody else, that's true.
So we'll see what happens. Could turn into a big finger later on if you take about 5 pills.
if you've been bigging it.
Someone cuts it off and there's no more magic.
And Plumbus.
1.
Oh, I love it. Personal goal or achievement. You just want to get fucked up today. You just want to get fucked up.
He's got an addiction.
He does.
And it's to partying.
That only hands can satisfy. So my personal goal in achievement is to just get as fucked as possible.
Yeah, so for you right now, yeah, because you want to prove that you can still fight like as good as you can sober, as well as or as much as you drink. You'll be like, I can still do this. Fuck. And I don't know how your voice is for Grambo. I'm excited to hear it.
I'm not sure yet either. We'll get there.
Grambo. Or he can't actually fight until he passes out, and then he stands up and he talks just like normal.
I feel like he's just like every anime trope ever.
Oh my
He just
God.
walks around like, Omoriwa.
In his eye.
At the end of every fight, he go, Mission complete!
Oh my God. Cut that.
Have him talk like that.
Whenever he gets embarrassed, he just gets a giant one singular sweat drop, and he like does that thing where he like half faints.
And then it gets up in one frame. So we're actually gonna hard open right now.
It's my favorite open.
So you all are currently
It's a long walk to the top. It's a long, hard walk. And I will walk that hard. I will walk hard.
Doom, 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 doom.
You stupid piece of shit.
There's nothing more than I would like to restore your faith in Judaism, sir.
Grambo, you don't want to do this.
You don't want no part of this
It is
shit.
the most non-habit forming drug there is.
It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
Well, I think I would like some of that shit.
Alrighty, we're gonna hard open right now to Grambo. Grambo. So you remember? You guys ever play?
Gonna hard open to Grambo.
You ever play Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? And don't say it. But whenever that fucking fairy flies through Kokiri Forest,
To wake you up.
and you get that like wide, nice panning shot. So it's just running through the city, and then then the camera's going, and we are at we're teleported right now to the Drunken Skeever, right in the pretty close to the outer ring, but you're still in the merchant ring of the city, and we're gonna immediately open up with Grambo regaling us of a story of his triumphs of the alcohol kind.
Man. Look out, man. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, no, we're gonna go with it. I was at, I was out of ring, and then I was fight my way out of the martial ring, man. That's it. That's the story.
Alrighty. Roll me. Give me a charisma check.
I'm not drunk.
Grambo's Boomhauer.
Or not charisma. What is that? Oh, it is
Constitution?
charisma. No. Is it charisma? No, performance. Sorry.
Performance is charisma.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But
Charisma.
with
Go.
a
Just go for it. Yeah.
Boost.
Charisma. Straight charisma might be.
That's a 15.
Bro, okay, so as you're kind of like talking through this, you're describing this scene where you took down a griffin with your bare fucking hands. You had some, so like the alcohol around here that everyone just kind of knows and loves, brewed by the orcs. We call it the Gunk Bog Special. No, it's called the
Bean juice.
it's called Skull Splitter. So it's just pretty much like 75% alcohol, and you only need a little bit to get fucked, but that's all the orcs can drink and feel somewhat drunk. Like they go through like a tankard of it, and like they're like, oh shit, okay, I'm a little buzzed now. But like to any other normal person, they'd be like, holy shit. But yeah, so you had a little bit of Skull Splitter. You might have gotten a little bit big for your britches, and you start regaling this beautiful tale about how you just messed this fucking griffin up.
You got a karate chop in the neck. I told that griffin, I said, don't go ninja, no, but don't need ninja now.
The bartender at this point is going to kind of look at your drink, look back at you, look at your drink, and he's going to think to himself, he's like, how the fuck did this guy get... So he's going to cut you off for the evening.
Hey, man, don't touch that drink, man.
Do you want to lose this hand?
Hey, man. You want to understand the story? You want to finish that drink, man.
I understand that story well enough, sir, but you're a little drunk in this establishment. Do you want to lose that hand, or do you not want to lose this hand? Because there's only one way this thing can end, is you can lose that hand if you try to reach over this bar and take that drink back.
Man, fuck this place. Walk out.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
He just goes home.
He just goes home.
No, I'm going to walk outside, and then I'm going to, out of spite, take one of my darts out of my inventory and just throw it into the door. The wooden, I assume a wooden door.
Yeah, it's a wooden door.
As it's closed, I'm not throwing it at anybody. I'm just throwing it at the door.
Oh, okay, so is it on the outside or the inside?
The outside. When I'm outside,
Because he's mad.
yeah.
Can you make an attack roll real quick?
See if you hit the swinging door.
22.
Cool. Yeah. So you hit it, and you might have thrown it a little bit harder than what you thought was going to be making a statement. So the bartender hears it, and now he's an old. So you've been talking to him for a little bit. You know his name is Triptych. So he's kind of an older Warforged. Definitely a product of his time. Maybe not necessarily in his prime now, being he was known as a war hero, and then he was known as pretty much kind of like fell from grace after a little while. He had an incident getting taken down by some thugs out in the farmlands years back. But yeah, he was rebuilt and kind of repurposed as, again, an old Warforged. He has an odd keyhole in his head, but he comes out, he's like, "Why'd you throw that dart at the door?
'Cause fuck you, man.
Fuck you, get the hell out of here. You're not allowed back here ever again."
I don't give a shit. Your beer sucks. It's not strong enough.
Damn. Telling that to... So Triptych also is a brewing vessel himself. And he's going to kind of open his mouth, and you're going to hear a cork kind of like... And then a little bit of like... The beer's going to kind of fall like, "You don't know shit about beer. Go back inside." That's out of character. Aaron knows a lot about beer. And he'll tell you about it in the next podcast. But so you...
There was a joke there, and I'm not even going to say it.
You are a joke. So we get to the point where like it's kind of like it's a little bit quieter now in the city. Where are you going to go? So around you have a let's see. So around where you can go, there's a...
Well, that place was a little too nice for my tastes.
Oh. All right, yeah.
Actually, I tell you what. You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to break back in, but I'm going to go in the back door.
All right, so you're going to kind of...
Even though the beer sucks.
So you're going to break... let's see, the back door. Yeah, so you kind of like walk around, and there's really not a lot of windows in this establishment, so Triptych's going to kind of go about his business. And then... how do you want to break in to the back? Do you want to try to be stealthy, or are you going to be...
Yeah, I'm a monk. I have
All right.
boost to stealth.
All right, how drunk are you right now?
I drank a whole tankard of that shit,
All right.
but I'm also a drunken master, so...
All right, roll me a con save with advantage.
15.
Sweet. So you can pretty much, you can hold your liquor pretty well. People can still tell you're a little bit like you're not quite standing up straight.
Well, I'm talking clear, so that's how they know I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Talking clear.
Than when I started the story.
And so you kind of get into the back. You find like a little locked door. You kind of jimmy it open, and now so you're in like towards the back of the kitchen, and there's just kind of like a couple lowly little ladies just cooking the food. It's not super fancy, but gets the job done. They don't really notice you, and if they did, like they probably wouldn't care because they don't get paid enough to kick you out. So
Cool.
what are you trying to get at in here?
I just want to get back into the bar and just piss this bartender off.
Oh,
He
okay.
made me mad,
Cool.
so I'm just going to piss him off by existing.
Okay, sweet. So you're just walking back in the...
Yeah.
Are you saying anything once you get back in the bar?
I'm going to sit down at the bar and just look at him.
He's gonna look over at you, and you're gonna see like one little like eye kind of squinting on you. He's like, "Fuck, it's not worth it. What do you want?"
That beer you pour out your ass.
He's gonna take and be like, "That'll be 3 gold this time, Graham."
All right. Shit, why is the inventory always on the last page I look at? I now have 7 gold.
Dope.
Wow, 3 gold. This
So he's gonna pop out. He's gonna pop out a tankard from his or he's gonna open it up. It almost acts like a little fridge. He's gonna pull out one of the tankards from his.
I'm 40% beer.
Puts it down there, like puts it down by his ass, brings it back up, drops it on the table for you. He's like, "Just don't cause no trouble. You're my best customer.
He's gonna take a swig of it and be like, this is better stuff. It's better than that shitty ass bean juice orcs drinking.
He's like, yeah, I don't know why people drink that stuff. A lot of tourists come in from the Mill Glade from that shit.
It's a good starter. It gets me up to where you can understand me. That's about it.
At that moment, the
Hey, we have to one up Grambo here.
you have to one up Grambo. The door is going to burst, almost, and you're gonna hear that kind of like wah, 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 kind of thing, where like door bursts open, and then we see a figure. Triptych hasn't seen him in a while. Usually the one known as Errol will come in for some information occasionally, because Triptych he's been around the block. He kind of knows what's up. He knows a lot of the inner workings of the city. He's gonna look up and be like, "Better hide your face there, Grambo."
No, he owes me for the last one. I punched the shit out of that bitch. Was trying to fight him.
There's a new sheriff in town.
The sheriff is near.
So Errol,
Yes.
you're in this establishment. What are you looking for?
Right now, Errol's just looking for a good ass time. Like he's not one to get as lit as like Grambo Crampo over here. But he's been working hard today. He's ready to kick back.
Can Grambo buy his business partner a beer?
Yeah.
Cool. I now have 4 gold.
Ah, good morrow there, Master Grambo. I haven't seen you in quite a while. How fare you, sir?
Well, you ain't had me punch anything, so I'm broke as shit.
Ah, yes. Well, business is slow, as one might say, but keep a weather eye on the horizon. I'm sure there'll be something for you in your near future, good sir.
Nah, well, let's hope so we can get more of this ass beer I just got in a robot.
You heard the man, Triptych. 1 ass beer, please.
You got it. And he's gonna kind of look over at Grambo's like, "You keep this gold. He's been working hard. This one's on the house."
Ah, why, thank you, good sir, and tell your wife that as well. And he kind of winks at him. It's a little inside joke between him and Triptych.
Oh,
It's so on the inside that Errol doesn't even...
Triptych doesn't get it either.
Well, that makes 3 of us. He's counting his heads.
He's gonna be like, "You're a funny guy," but actually, Triptych only has 1 head right now.
Still?
Oddly enough, we had 2 before, but
Jesus, Triptych needs to get his heads together.
dude, he's getting his ass kicked by every other universe when we play this.
I know
he's... And he's gonna say like, "How goes the hunt this time, Errol? What are you looking for?"
Well, it's actually already been taken care of for me, unfortunately. Some third-rate freelancer beat me to it somehow. I'm sure he had some insider info, so kind of licking my wounds, as it were.
Oh yeah, what were you hunting this time?
Oh, just a couple of cut purses, a couple of spendthrifts, you know the deal.
I do. Well,
Sounds like someone needs to get their teeth punched in.
Well, that's why I'd intended to find you at first, good sir, but as you can see, Master Crambo, I'm gainfully unemployed myself.
Gainfully unemployed is the way I like to sleep. He's past the tipping point. He's talking clearly, but his sentences start to make less and less sense. There's like the pudding point there where he's like
the butter zone. You mean?
Yeah,
The
Dumb
butter zone.
idiot.
I did that on purpose.
I like pudding point.
This man one day was like, "What's that when you don't stop laughing? It's called the butter zone, isn't it?" I about shot him. I was so mad.
The butter zone.
He's in the butter zone right now.
Welcome to the butter zone.
That's the
Butter.
The butter zone is actually the trashed pilot for the chalk zone. They originally did it with all butter and toast, and it was not successful.
And everyone had heart attacks.
Chalk Zone was so underrated.
God, you see Rudy chomping down like a fucking stick of butter in the beginning.
fucking Rudy Tabooty.
If you are from Greenland, why are you blue?
Because it's very cold there.
Oh my god.
That was Snap's rebuttal.
That's 5,000 more quotes than I know from that shit.
Dude, I love Chalk Zone. That's like the only quote I know, actually.
Oh, okay.
But that was the best one.
Shit. All right, yeah. So Triptych can kind of look at you and be like, "Well, if you're looking for work, I might be able to help you out."
So Errol's Errol hears the word work, and his ears just kind of pop up between his like mutton chop sideburns. He's like, "Do tell, my metallic friend."
It's a little bit like word on the street. Our merchant ring smith, Rolf Strongarm. He's been looking to try to put Agatha out of business.
Ah, the dear Dame Agatha. I heard business has been booming for her recently. How in the world are they going to put her under?
Well, so she gets all. I don't know how she does it, but she's been outsourcing all her work to go that underground pass to go get some materials for her armor. But she sells it at such low prices. We don't know how she does it. Rolf's been getting upset because he feels his quality's a little bit better. So again, like table talk, like in the merchant ring, like as you get more into the city, like all the goods just immediately get better. So Rolf, actually, Salvatore would probably know Rolf a little bit more, but Rolf is he's pretty much the merchant ring smith. He has insanely well-made products for everybody, but you're gonna pay a pretty penny for it. You're definitely gonna pay a lot more money for it, and but you're paying for that quality, so it's always gonna be a fair price. But for Agatha Battleblade, she makes more almost like wholesale prices for things, but again, like they don't know how she's getting her shit so low. So Triptych's been like, yeah, so they've been kind of feuding for a little bit. He's been sending some agents over, but every time they do, they kind of go missing. They kind of go out to the underground pass and go missing.
So strong arm is getting a little strong armed, you'd say.
A little bit, and then we got some stuff going on. Let's say I've heard some whispers.
Oh, you know how I love whispers there, my friend Triptych.
Yeah, people tell me all the stuff all the time. But I heard some whispers about a couple guys out near the Outlands selling some illegal crane block moving through town.
As opposed to the legal variety.
Yeah.
There is legal crane block, but you gotta go all the way to the castle to get it.
Alas, that is where they do most of their bidding out in the inner circle for their lavish parties. That barren tinder snuff trash.
Kind of grimaces at Tinder Snuff's name, but he continues to listen.
He's gonna look over at you and be like, "What about the tinder snuff do you know about?"
Oh, not much. Just that he drinks a little bit too much of the fruit juice, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't. I most certainly don't. But I can only imagine he's doing bad deeds. Ain't no one goes missing for that long. Gets captured, held hostage, and then released without a scratch. Damn shame what happened to his house.
Yes, quite. So what exactly is it that you would like? Are you wanting me to investigate the dame's inner workings for you there?
I mean, really, it's nothing against the bear, nothing against Agatha. I'm just trying to make some coin. Really, however you want to get started, I can help you out a little bit more.
Well, it sounds like right dangerous work. I might need some help of my dear associate here. He's a little more hardy than I am, as it were. He kind of like rubs his lip. He's got a bit of a beer gut, but in spite of all that, he wears it very well. He's very dashing.
And you start hearing him, Grambo crack his knuckles. He just goes, "About time I punch someone in the goddamn face. It's been too long."
So he's gonna kind of look over and be like, "So you're going after Agatha then?"
Well, after's a strong word, friend. More of a investigative maneuver. It's sort of my role as and his teeth kind of flash and goes, as the Seeker of Altair. Ling! And like nobody else calls him the Seeker of Altair, but it's sort of a self-made ideology there.
I love it. So he's gonna be like, "Well, you might need some help. Agatha's employed some shady figures, but weird guy over at the bar towards the back. He's been kind of eyeing us for a little while." And then quick camera pan, upskirt, Salvatore,
But he's not wearing any pants.
balls out, right in there, big meaty cock. Is he cut or is he not cut?
Yeah, he's a tiny little guy. He's like 5'9" and skinny.
But has he?
That didn't answer the question.
but he acts like he's 6'7".
Would you say he acts like he might have a foreskin or doesn't have a foreskin?
Probably doesn't.
All right.
What race is your guy?
Half elf.
Oh, and he's that short?
Yeah.
Man, he's a shorty guy.
Yeah.
Was he half elf and half halfling?
Well, half gnome.
Oh, Errol's half cousins.
Okay, Errol's a human, by the way. I don't think I said that. I don't even think I said his class. He's a fucking wizard.
Oh, shit.
I said College of Illusion, but I failed to mention.
He's the guy with the Napoleon complex.
We have a very squishy party.
You do have a very squishy
Say
party.
our monk is going to tank for us. It's going to be a bad time.
Jesus Christ. It's going to be a short game.
Probably.
Hey, you know what? Monks attack with dex, so...
Monks are great, and then they kind of plateau.
I attack with covered patios.
And that's why they let you multi-class at level 1.
So, what were you again?
Level
A sorcerer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the best defense is killing everything.
Yeah. Just murder.
I think you have Stunning Strike right now. Stunning Strike is OP as fuck.
I don't think so.
You should. I think you get it at level 3. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of point over. He's like, guy over there, tips pretty well, but you don't know. I haven't seen him around. Haven't heard anything about him.
This one appears to have escaped even my ears, Triptych. How long has he been here?
A few days.
5 minutes.
Triptych has a very warped sense of time. So
20 years.
it's been 4 days. Anyway, so he's gonna kind of look over and be like, but he seems strong enough. Maybe he wants some coin.
Strong enough, eh? And he kind of looks over at Grambo and goes, Master Grambo, what say you we test this chap's mettle out? You seem to be up to the task.
He's staring at the bottom of his beer, and he's like, one more, and then I'll do it.
You heard him, Triptych. Another round for the good old Master Crambo.
We do have to-go cups. So he's gonna put some in some to-go cups for you.
It's like white styrofoam with like the green and purple.
And he's going to cast a message on Triptych as he's kind of getting ready to pour his glass in. This is just a message that only he can hear. It's sort of a two-way communication. He's going to tell Triptych, might want to water this one down a little bit for the old chap. It looks like he's had a few too many.
Already did. And give me an Arcana check, real quick.
For once, I have Arcana. That's a dirty 20.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. So you so when you send this message, like it's almost like when you call someone on the phone and you something in the line gets kind of weird, or you might like hear a whisper or something, but you get a weird vision in your head as the second you get to the second you see, or when you make that contact with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna see a vague outline of a key.
All right.
Of an old brass key. It's going to be ornate, and the little kind of or not the grindstones, but like the little teeth in the key are going to resemble crane a little bit. Or going to resemble
like the dragon crane,
Yeah.
or like the crane block?
Like the dragon crane. It's going to resemble that, just a hair. Very ornate old brass key, though. Then you're going to see Triptych kind of like twitch for a second, be like, he's over there.
So Errol's a little concerned. He's not too hip on. He's heard a few things about Warforged. They're not super common around Altair, but he does know that they're not 100% organic.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some Warforged have been like known to be like corrupted or have their wiring crossed. Just like so he looks in and goes, Triptych, pardon me for prying, but are you feeling okay, lad, sir? I don't know why I said lad. He didn't say fucking lad.
Never better, Errol. Why do you ask? Everything okay?
Well, I mean, again, pardon me if it's none of my business, but as I was having my little communication with you, I had
Now
the
you have to
strangest...
eat that directly into the microphone.
Yes, you have to open it in the microphone as well. Here, everyone, everybody, here we go.
appropriate Simmons moment doing this during story.
I can't do it like you can.
This is 30% of our podcast every week.
Actually, this is really tame compared to. Oh my god!
Last week.
Compared to last week, that debauchery.
I've never had them before.
When do you want to finish that, here?
What?
The debauchery game.
Do you want
Oh,
one?
last week's?
I don't
Yeah.
want
Dude,
one.
whenever we have time. I just wanted to get, because we had a guest today, I just wanted to get this one started.
I was about to say, we had fucking time tonight.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave at like 8:15.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
So yeah, he's a. I saw the strangest vision when I had that brief connection with your mind, my friend. Just wanted to make sure all the wires are crossed, your circuits are properly maintained.
He's gonna look at you and say, "Never better."
No visions of any keys or dragons or dragon-shaped keys.
He's gonna say, "The only key I know is he's gonna pull up the keys to the bar, to the skeever."
Do any of the keys resemble the one that I saw in the vision?
Give me a perception.
It's an 11.
Not at all.
I don't look like those.
Grambo, however, is going to look over at you and he's like, this fucker doesn't know how to lock a bar up. Don't believe him.
Or perhaps you are just exceptionally skilled at breaking and entering, my friend.
One in the hand's worth three in the bush. He's even though it was a watered down the go cup, he's starting to peter off.
Speaking of Bush, my friend,
little
it's
dry.
time to put that legendary testicular fortitude to the test. How about you see how our new friend could cope with our newest venture?
All right. So Grambo's going to just look at he's going to look at the barkeep and he's going to sorry, I just had my inventory pulled up and then it crashed. So he carries around a bottle of black ink and a quill because he's a sage. And whenever he gets into a fist fight, he always leaves it with the barkeep. And he just looks at him and is like, don't let me break that. Because it was the quill and the bottle were handed. Obviously not the ink; it's been refilled countless times. But the quill and the bottle of black ink were given to him by his parents when he was studying in the big fancy city college, which didn't work out as well as they had hoped.
Was it a bard college?
No, that was the changeling that was pretending to be Grambo.
What was that college called?
It was called the. Hang on, I got it. It's called the Samuel Anderson Inner City School of Brewing.
Okay, and
They specialize in the Toston Lager.
everything's just cooked in lager. It's actually a wing place. It's awesome.
The salad is cooked in lager.
All right, so why is that so special to?
His parents gave it to him when he went to
Okay.
school,
That's right.
and his parents are dead.
My parents are dead. He is Batman.
They did call him Daffrin when he was in school for some reason.
I don't think they did. That's a fucking lie. So, all right, cool. Say you guys, you kind of saunter over. Trips and can say, job pays 50 gold each. By the way,
So I'm gonna saunter over to what was your character's name again?
Salvatore.
And we'll be like, hey,
What's up?
I'm just gonna headbutt you.
are you gonna let it happen?
Well, he's going to try to avoid it,
Okay, cool.
but then he's going to cast friends.
Okay, so for the headbutt, is that opposed athletics?
yeah, we'll make that an opposed athletics just for
Oh, great.
the sake of it.
Oh, that's on the table, on the floor.
So I have a +0 to athletics.
Okay,
I have a -2, so I'm at 11.
19.
sweet. So So you think you're being a lot quicker than you are, and instead of like when like a deer gets hit by a car and its head just goes like you think you're just going in for this like super precise like shoom, but you're actually just like winding up your head as you're walking over, and then he's just gonna or Salvador's just gonna be kind of like just kind of step
Move
out of the
slightly.
way, just drift slightly to the left.
And,
Or he does manage to headbutt him, but it's so soft and it's like,
I have to resist friends, right? So it's what is that against my Arcana?
I don't know.
Or I guess int, right? It'd be an int save
Do you have a DC?
or wisdom save.
It doesn't say anything about saves.
I will look it up
okay.
for you, friend.
It says for the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed towards one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. So it's,
Oh well, I was being hostile
well,
towards
he's
you.
not technically hostile. He's just drunk, right? There's a difference.
No, I was attacking you to test your combat skills.
All right.
No means no, Kronk.
You just make that a wisdom save, I guess.
Make it a wisdom save.
Okay.
Like a Blizdom save.
Wait, that's wisdom save for you.
Yeah. What's your DC for spells?
15.
Cool. That's a 9, so it worked.
Sweet. So I'm going to go suggest that since you're so good at headbutting people, you do that to the bartender.
So-
Persuade you.
I'm just gonna look at you and be like, there's not enough gold in the world to make me headbutt that can of tin. I tried that once. You see this goose egg? And he just points to the fact that his head is gnome shaped because he is a gnome.
So he says to you that I heard he was going to sell that little inkwell you gave to him.
That motherfucker! And he's just going in at the bartender.
All right. How are you going in? Because Triptych, whenever he hears Grambo scream, it's never a good thing.
Selling my goddamn quill! And he's just going in. He's going both hands, diving over the bar, tackling him.
No protection.
You're going to attack him?
I'm going for a grapple.
Okay.
Opposed athletics.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shit for me.
Yeah.
It's not a nat 1, but it's a 1.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so Triptych remembers sometimes you get in a rage when a random person just tells you a fact that's not true at all, and he's going to grab you like as you're in midair, and he's going to grab you by the neck and just throw you back down and be like, sit the fuck down in here. Calm down. I'm not selling your inkwell.
He's asleep. He's out.
So, Errol is highly impressed by Salvatore's problem-solving abilities. So he's going to kind of come in and clap the short elf on the back and sort of take note of his ears.
I thought you were going to say clap his cheeks.
Yes.
He's gonna speak Aquan to him.
Booty in the pants!
Have you ever tried playing patty cake without your hands, good sir?
Jesus, you went justice for a second.
It's somewhere between justice and like my own voice. He's gonna like hop on it to like give him a pat on the back and motion for Triptych to like give him a round. He's like solving problems with your mind rather than body. That's a trait I can appreciate, friend. What do they call you?
Salvatore.
Salvatore. Good to meet you, sir. Wavestrife, Arrow Wavestrife, the one and only seeker of Altair. And he's going to hold his hand out to give you a hearty handshake.
So he shakes his hand and he says, so what did your drunk-ass friend want that he decided that headbutting was better than speaking?
Ah, yes, that would be dear old master Grambo... Grambo Crampo. We go back a ways. He has a way with words, or... lack thereof, rather.
I was going to say the lack thereof, yes.
But trust me when I say that his skill far surpasses his charismatic tendencies. But truth be told, we're in the market for a third associate on a venture we're going on. It's I don't imagine it's going to be completely glamorous, but it pays well, and you seem capable enough in handling yourself. So we could use a third hand if you're interested.
What is this venture?
Have you ever heard of the Dame Agatha?
Can't say that I have.
Well, long story short, she's a merchant on the upper ring.
Are you calling me short?
Outer ring.
Outer ring, upper ring. He calls it the upper ring because his family lives kind of up on a hill and they kind of overlook the entire kingdom. He's white privilege, but he hates it, so he doesn't really talk about it
I was
much.
gonna say, outer ring is poor people.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
The fucking right
Shit
answer.
tier of people.
He says the right answer. He
does
even
that.
though his player didn't say the right answer. He's like, long story short, business associate in the inner ring, been making some questionable business practices, driving her prices rock bottom, putting all of her competition out of work, but profiting quite well herself. Our job is just to investigate how she's getting her prices so low, so as we can keep the status quo among the merchant union of Altair.
Well, say I'm between jobs at the moment, and this doesn't sound what I normally go for, but I'm kind of running low on coins, so why the hell not?
Excellent. I believe the triptych fee was 50 coins apiece, correct?
Aye, 50.
Excellent.
Well,
Well,
75.
50.
Why not 75? We'll be doing you a favor, and eventually you'll be making more money anyways, right?
Not doing me a favor. I'm just hearing the jobs that are coming through.
So 75 it is.
So 50. Are you trying to persuade?
Yes.
Okay, give me a persuasion.
10.
So, Warforged aren't necessarily ones for showing their poker faces, and Triptych, he's been around the block for a little while. So, and he has a pretty good eye for, like, what the job is going to be worth, so he's going to be like, 50. And you get to stay for free. How's that sound if you're trying to weasel me?
I guess. We'll take free room and board.
yes, and Quitwire ahead with the headless three-headed Warforged there. He's not known to barter very well. However, friend, seeing this is your first venture with me and my associate here, if you do a good enough job, I'll give you
Half of his cut.
20% of my share.
That sounds right.
Then we have a deal. We'll,
So the sun's actually kind of setting right now, and it's getting kind of late.
So as we're settling in for the night, can I actually ritual cast Identify on my emerald
Yeah.
that I've come into contact with? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to do that.
So can you tell me what was going to happen with that?
Shit. Yeah, so when you ritual cast something, it's just sort of, it's a little bit more time consuming than just using a spell slot to do it.
Right.
So we kind of like I imagine what's the lodging looks like? What does the lodging look like in the Drunken Skeever?
So it's a 2-story. There's not too many rooms up there, but it's comfy enough. But the lodging is it's essentially like a dorm room kind of thing. So you have room, hallway, and salt on the rim tray, and then you get to. So I imagine, are you all staying in different rooms or in the same room?
If we're in this,
Different.
yeah,
I don't
rooms?
imagine I got a room. I imagine I'm probably sleeping in the kitchen.
You're still knocked down on the ground.
yeah.
for
Errol
right
would request, at least for right now, a room to himself so we could concentrate.
Yeah, you got it. So the room is it's a small bed in there, but it's comfortable enough for you. There's a little desk in there, a little candlelight, and what seems to be a humble kind of like rustic dinner laid out for you as well.
Nice.
Wooden floors, kind of creaky, but definitely, again, it's not the fucking Ritz. You're closer to the outer ring than you are the inner circle. So, I mean, it's like a travel lodge,
Cool.
like a 3.5-star travel.
Yeah,
lodge.
it's more important that he's able to like concentrate and have relative quiet than it is
Yeah.
like pomp and circumstance. So,
Yeah, you got it.
but yeah, he's got the emerald. He's sort of like made his little pentagram or whatever. He's got the emerald on top. He's got a pearl on one side and an owl feather on the other. That's the components he needs to cast this. So he's basically just trying to delve into this emerald and see. Let's see exactly what Identify does. Choose one object you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. He's doing that. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. I can also learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, I learn which spell created it.
Alrighty, so as you're kind of identifying this item, you definitely are catching some magic juju off of this thing. You know that it is an older emerald, as you can tell, but and it is attuned to somebody. You can't really tell who it's attuned to. You're just getting vague images, almost almost like fleeting faces, but faceless images
Okay.
of people in there. You notice a stout dwarf. At some point, you notice a kind of humanoid figure. You notice a shape-shifting figure almost, and then oddly enough, you start to notice what looks to be an oddly shaped hat as well.
All
It
right.
never ends.
But that's really all you're getting. You know, it's a very powerful attunement. It's almost calling out at this point.
It's calling out to whoever it's attuned to.
Yeah, it's calling out almost.
Can I hear a name?
You cannot hear a name, sadly.
Okay. So it's attuned to somebody. Does it have any sort of charges or other properties associated with it?
The charges seem to be gone,
Okay.
whatever it might have been. But it's almost used as a what you would know as a sending stone, but those are very rare in this area. So it's almost like it just needs to be recharged or hasn't been used in so long that it's like kind of like a battery. So
Okay.
with that, it's kind of fizzled out. All of its power has gone.
Cool.
Any more questions about it? I'll give you one more.
I learn its properties,
What
how
does
to
it
use
taste
it.
like?
Tastes like a rock.
Tastes like rock, Captain. Arrow like rocks.
Tastes green.
Whether it requires attunement, how many charges. I learn whether any spells are affecting the item, and what the spells are. Sure. Are there any spells affecting the item?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
With your magical prowess being, I mean, it's fairly high, but you think this might be just a little bit out of your wheelhouse on that.
Cool.
Yeah. Would anybody else like to do anything in their respective room or floor?
Nope.
Cool.
Are there any half orcs playing on the stage?
Yes.
Big Rick.
Little Rick.
It's you know them.
Little Richard.
You know them as Mick Twist and the Flick Ricks. They're not very good. They pretty much just had their first show tonight, and they were finishing up as. In fact, it was your alarm clock, and you were like, "What the fuck?" And they were just about to leave.
Cool. I mean, like, that was a good show.
Well, thank you, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure to play for you. We are Flick Rick and the McTwists.
Fronted by Jim Carrey.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My God. Yeah. So
But it's been great, so we'll see you later. And then
you're still here.
he's gonna walk out.
Okay, good. And he's gonna turn back to the bartender. He's like, beer with egg in it.
I think you've had enough tonight.
Ezra's gotta get to the beer and the egg.
There's your bed right there. He's gonna. It's almost like he has a pillow ready for you when you get passed out, fucking drunk.
Nice.
He's gonna roll one out.
You ever seen? Well, yeah, we talked about this before, but you know, Shameless, like in the first season when the main character Frank gets taken to Canada, but the bartender comes back in and the guy's there, and he's like, "Good morning, Ed," whatever the guy's name is, and he cracks an egg into a beer, and that's his breakfast. I imagine that's gonna be my breakfast. So just leave me at the bar sleeping.
All right. Can we break real quick?
Yeah.
Can I break what? Break the table?
Break an egg into a beer for your breakfast. You're going to have breakfast in the morning?
Make an iron price?
Let's
Break
all,
fast.
Let's all break bread together.
On our knees.
On our knees.
I don't get it.
Isn't that a hymn?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm a heathen
Who
atheist.
Killed Cock Robin is a children's song.
Who killed Rock Cobbin?
Mr.
One.
Oh my god, that was so pointed and powerful.
Right in the
It got my tinnitus. Like,
right in the ear holes.
Tinnitus.
It was a block of 2K, is what that was.
EA Sports.
It's in the
It's in the Glock.
It's in the game.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh no, yeah. That's just regular EA's challenge everything.
Y'all remember EA Sports? Big.
You remember when you deleted my entire file in SSX Tricky?
I'm so
And
sorry.
I had to redo it again, but it's okay because that game was amazing. Jesus fuck! Kronk's gone. Dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Well, it appears it is just you and me, Mr. Crambo, Miyagi, Pambo, Jackie Chan, Augie.
Scrimby?
What say we wax on, wax off this campaign, my friend? Karate Kid reference.
Beer.
Oh, is this actually in character?
I guess.
Oh no, I was just being stupid.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so yeah. In character for all of our characters. And then Captain Fergus Flintlock comes in the bar.
So are we all waxing off?
I did during the break.
Everybody, roll me.
Initiative?
No.
Damn.
Charisma?
Do we have a
No.
dream where we get a piece of paper that says we're the chosen ones?
No, actually, everyone just roll me a straight D20. No modifiers.
All of mine are a little bit
16. Crooked?
progressive for that. 6.
10.
16.
16?
Yes.
So, Salvatore sleeps through the night like a baby. However, Errol, upon your, or after your ritual casting, you felt like a weird presence kind of around you.
Presence?
You didn't really you can't really explain it, but you did not sleep well. You didn't have any nightmares, you didn't have any dreams like that, but you did feel something weird around.
Any chance I could like react to that as I'm feeling it, or is it just like there and gone?
I'll let you react to it, yeah.
Yeah. So
You tell me what you do right now in a fleeting moment.
I am scanning the room for any sort of like magical interference. Is what I'm feeling magic in any way, shape, or form?
So your action is you're scanning the room for magical interference?
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of like hone in on any sort of magical sources if I can see them.
Oh, give me an arcana.
You got it. Oh my god, really? It's a 9.
It was going to be a pretty high check, but you did not. It's just a weird feeling. So you immediately started like thinking about like, oh god, I examined this magical object. I don't know what's happening. Oh my goodness, let me just kind of like look around, see if I can sense anything. But you don't. It's just you just have this weird kind of nagging feeling in the back of your head, and then almost like as soon as it almost doesn't feel real, but then you wake up and you're like, and now you're awake at the Drunken Skeever, and
Anything missing? Anything out of place?
nope, everything's in pristine condition.
All right.
as much as that room could be, and AR or Stinky, I'll call you.
Stinky. Grambo.
You rolled a 6, right?
I did.
You wake up and your butthole's itching.
You actually.
Or your butthole
on,
doesn't
let
itch,
me-
but your finger smells
Let me
like
see
shit.
something.
Why is that?
Dope. Okay, so you had a dream that the bar actually ran out of alcohol.
My God.
Straight up, and you freaked out. And you're like, "Oh my god!" And then, as customarily, sometimes you do have this recurring nightmare quite a bit. But as you wake up, Triptych is always there with your morning beer and the cracked egg. Now, can you please roll me a d6 to figure out what kind of egg this is? Because
Foe.
safety. It's actually.
I rolled a 4.
I know.
Okay. It's actually what?
I was going to wait for you to do that, but that's fine too. It's a chicken egg.
I feel like there's this big setup here, and you're just looking at us.
I was a chicken egg. He's cracking into your glass. He's pouring you a beer.
I think it's the point.
Okay.
That's it. And he's going to ask if do you want it scrambled or not.
Doesn't make a difference. Comes out the same one way or another.
So he's going to try something new on you. He's going to if you remember Treasure Planet,
My God,
Yes.
Treasure Planet.
the best Disney movie ever made.
Facts.
I don't know. I really liked Homeward Bound.
Jesus.
This motherfucker is gonna put Homeward Bound in the same category as Treasure Planet.
A talking golden retriever.
They're not even talking.
Okay. A golden retriever that has psionic abilities.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
But Treasure Planet?
Excuse me.
By thunder!
So the cyborg, like, you know how he had that little flamethrower, like, in his little robotic hand? What was his name?
Which one?
Eggplant boy.
Cyborg pirate.
The bad guy? Silver?
Yeah. Well,
Long John
he
Silver?
wasn't bad. He was chaotic neutral.
I mean, he commandeered a whole ship. He killed the first mate. It's pretty fucking evil.
Well, they deserved it.
They did.
He was a good boy. He was a rock boy.
He just was in it for himself. But anyway, so Triptych kind of takes your pint glass for you, and he's gonna put the egg in first, and the beer on top of that, and he's gonna kind of like get a little flamethrower under it, and you're gonna get scrambled eggs in a cup. So it's almost like you get toast and eggs, but it's just a
Beer.
soggy scrambled egg.
It's liquid bread.
I'm gonna drink the whole thing in one go.
All right, give me a con save.
Till you die.
How's a 5? Just vom all over the floor.
Oh man, you are going to. Oh shit! So you are. It tasted really good, but sometimes taste and thoroughly cooked egg don't necessarily mix.
Turns out that gnomes are allergic to chicken eggs.
So you have
Or eggs in general.
you feel a quick rush in your stomach of amazing, like, I was like, oh my god, that's the best eggs I've ever had, and immediately followed by, I don't know if it cooked that all the way, and you need to run to the bathroom pronto.
Nope. At the bar.
He's just gonna shit where he's at.
It's going all down the chair, and Tripp is just gonna look in horror. He's like, I guess I did this, and he's gonna go grab a mop real quick. He's like, you boys ready to go? So sadly, Era, the next 3 rolls you make are going to incur disadvantage because you have
Shit myself.
sad tummy.
I got boo-boo tummy.
And brown pants.
You do have boo boo tummy, and yeah, conveniently now brown pants,
This guy knows what's happening. He wore the brown pants.
natural coloring.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast. Can I do anything for that? I don't think I can.
I am going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like I didn't shit myself.
Jesus Christ!
But the stench is still there.
How do you have minor illusion?
Because all gnomes have it.
Oh no, that's right. Because you're a gnome. I was gonna cast minor illusion too.
Well, Salvatore's still in his room, and he's going to perform a daily ritual. So when he wakes up, he casts Prestidigitation and creates a little hologram in his hand, and he starts talking to it.
Okay.
And he calls it the source, and he believes it's actually real, even though it's Prestidigitation.
Uh-huh.
And he explains what happened the night before and his plans for the day.
Okay.
So,
It's like a Wilson situation from like Castaway.
well, maybe.
All right.
Cool.
It just might be in his head.
You're gonna hear a knock at the door, like, room service!
Kind of interrupts him, and then he shakes his hand away and gets up and answers the door and says, I didn't order anything.
You need anything? We've got lots of stuff.
No, you're supposed to show up when I order something.
What, do you want anything? I'm making another trip downstairs. Do you need anything?
Well, yes, that's how it works.
What do you want?
Sure, what do you have?
We got eggs, we got sausages, we got something Triptych's made up, but we need to cook it a little bit longer because they get a little bit of mud butt.
Well, Triptych said I could have the fully cooked sausages and eggs.
All right.
On the house.
Fully cooked? On the house?
Yes.
We'll take the lot. Can you give me a perception check real quick?
25.
She's given you, is that a nat?
No, it's an 18.
She's giving you this wide-eyed stare. So you're getting the feeling that she might take everything you say just a little too literally. So she's going to start trotting down very quickly.
She's gonna bring you a fucking house with eggs on top of it.
She grabbed a ladder that you saw from the closet. So she's going to start walking immediately down now.
So what I said is I want all your bacon and eggs. What you heard is I want a lot of bacon and eggs.
All right. On the house, right?
Yes.
All right. So she's gonna run down. And so as the rest of the day's kind of going on, so there's just shit still kind of dripping down from this stool. Trip's just going to kind of pick you up just by one hand, and he's going to start mopping aggressively that little shit stain you made.
Hey man, there's a little manhandle the king man. Watch out, man.
We have Foley now. We have the budget.
It's all thanks to our generous patrons.
Thank you,
God.
Jimmy Dean. Sausage and egg bowl.
Oh my God.
So Salvatore's not going to wait for her to come back. He was just trying to send her off on an errand.
Okay.
And heads downstairs.
All right. You come down to. There's some regulars kind of in there, but maybe like 2 or 3. You get the feeling this is more like night shift, kind of like laborers that are coming in for just for a drink before they hit the hay and get back at the next evening. They look a little dirty, dingy, as you expect from miners.
As in, like, children?
No.
Yes. All the night shift is underage labor.
Oh, like ting ting.
Yeah, like ting ting, not
Ting,
like
ting.
buck, buck.
No, this is like kids hour at the bar.
Welcome to the Salty Boys Toy Channel.
They serve them beer in a fucking sippy cup.
They call it alphabet soup.
It's 21 and over, except for like 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
No, that's 21 inches and over.
It's like 6 to 9. It's like 21 and under.
Oh, well, Mock definitely wouldn't make that one.
Triple X. Anyway.
Hold it in. Hold it in.
Wasn't ready for that one.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, miners.
Yeah.
What are these what's these miners' deal? Are they like? What do they look like? Besides,
Mostly humanoid. A couple elves in there, a couple half elves that you can see. They're not. Looks like people from the outer ring or the poorer section, not the rich section, the poorer section.
All the rich people mine, and all the poor people sit around and eat fucking cheese and drink wine all day.
But it looks like they are.
But it's shitty cheese and wine.
Yeah, so Grambo dies from a heart attack, so he should be quiet the rest of the episode. But yeah, so it looks like they're miners. They're a little grizzly.
do I recognize any of them?
Give me a perception.
18.
You notice one is Troy Battleblade,
Oh.
Agatha's son.
Oh, well then. Errol is going to saunter on over to a Battle Blade here and go, Troy, back from another rousing day of cracking stones, are we?
Arrow, good to see you. And he's going to give you a big hug. Do you accept the hug?
Oh, hell yeah, we accept it.
He's gonna like, man, it's so good to see you. Yeah, we just finished up a great route tonight.
Excellent, excellent. I imagine the haul was as hard as the day's work you put in.
Almost. We had a tip on orichalcum.
Ooh, orichalcum.
But it turned out just to be adamant.
I've been in the market for some of that myself, so do let me know if you hear any more tips and such.
On the orichalcum or the adamant?
The orichalcum, bro.
Oh, yeah, so
you know how
he's-
much those go for on the street? You know what the street value orichalcum is?
No, I don't.
Neither do I. I was hoping you were going to tell me.
I can tell you right now.
Bro, fucking tell me. Just roll every dice you have.
Almost 3,000 gold.
Yeah, that's
A
why
pound.
I fucking want them.
So, wait a second. Yeah, we have a couple good tips on adamant, but nothing else from there.
Don't have any clientele in for adamant, unfortunately, but appreciate it nonetheless. Say, Troy, how's your dear old mother doing? The good old dame.
Oh, she's great. Business is booming.
That's what I've been hearing. Just not selling things at pretty knockout prices, from what I imagine.
Yeah, we found this really good vein of iron that we've been kind of milking for a little bit, and the barracks cut us a really good deal.
Really?
Yeah.
How did the barracks come into this this vein of iron?
They don't actually come into the iron. So what we do is we go in and like kind of scout the land. We got a great tip from the other night shift people. There's like, hey, if you keep going this way, we might be able to find something. But so we went down, and lo and behold, a little antechamber opened up, and we found this massive deposit of iron. So now the barracks, the troops there got a little bit more stuff to work with, so we can start making some more weapons. Maybe update some stuff for them.
Very nice. Sounds like the dame's doing a lot of charitable work there.
A lot of luck, definitely. But we have a good crew, and then they're gonna say, "Next round on me," and you're gonna hear, "Wire!" And then Triptych's gonna kind of look over, and as he's still furiously cleaning up the chair. He's like, I got another seat here. And he's going to look at you like, move.
Make me.
He's going to pick you up and toss you. Just a little bit.
I'm not even going to try and oppose athletics because I will fail. I'll just let it happen.
So he's going to toss you, but like, it's not like an aggressive. You're going to land on your feet. You're like a cat. It's just like,
I'm a gnome, so, you know, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
And
you're
a
fine.
monk.
so yeah, so they order another round of drinks for everybody. Triptych's going to start kind of going behind the bar.
Cool.
So the drunken monk's going to go up to the bartender, and I'm going to be like, Triptych, I'm on level with you here. I'm not gonna. I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you know about that boy? And I'm gonna talk about the boy that.
Troy
Yeah.
Battleblaze.
Yeah.
Does an honest day's work. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
He just wants to make some coin.
Fair enough. So what I'm trying to go for is I want to, because we know that.
You could have just said that.
Well, I had to introduce it in character first.
Safety.
I had to introduce it in character first. Next time. I did. I introduced it in character first.
He did.
Anyways, so what I'm trying to get at here is like any information, like, because I know that it's his mom that we got to deal with, right?
Yeah.
So like something about like, I don't know, family ties, like how is his relationship with his family?
You can ask.
Well, I'm just kind of table talking so that you know what I'm going for.
You could ask in character. Then
I'm
I know
also-
what you're going for.
Open braining this.
Okay.
Well, anyways, so I'm gonna be like, what do you know about his mom?
She been working. She's got a good side hustle with the barracks. So she kind of set up shop, kind of improving their weapons a little bit.
How should she get in with the barracks?
She just had a shop right near the barracks. That was it. It was location out there.
Oh shit.
She makes great weapons. She started off making tools for the farmland, but then once they put the barracks in after kind of that vampire uprising we had a while back, she
I was drunk for that whole thing.
I guess so. But yeah, he's gonna say she started making some weapons, started touching some things up, and then business started booming. But we don't know how she keeps making that shit. We don't know how she keeps making that influx of coin.
Yeah. I don't give a shit too much about money, but I even know it's just too cheap. You can't sell for less than what you pay for it.
Aye.
All right, well, I'm done. I didn't get really super useful information out of it. Well, actually, no, I did. Where the shop location is.
Yeah,
Is important.
it's on the outer ring. So there's the rock face, the two big barracks buildings, and then on the left side of that is Agatha's shop.
So, guys, let's go to the shop.
Yes, I agree. That should be our first destination. Before I go, Mr. Battleblade, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
So he's going to kind of look over at Master Gramble Crampo, kind of shimmying it up at the bar there and goes,
My associate there, you've probably seen him in the past, looking to get into a more honest profession, and I think that's why he's so shy right now. Seeing you all here kind of intimidates him. He's been telling me he's been trying to get into the mining industry. Now I know you couldn't tell a lay person like myself where your new iron vein was to be held, but let's say he was trying to get into the business, get into the good graces with Agatha. Where might he start?
Give me a persuasion check.
yeah, if we can find this iron vein, maybe we can cut out the middleman, kind of figure out what's going on at the bottom of all this. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Persuasion is a 16.
All right. He's gonna kind of look at you like, you've helped out the city a lot. I can't tell you where the iron is because, trade secrets,
Oh, absolutely.
But I think my mom might be able to help you out a little bit with that. She might know a couple routes. So you said, and he's gonna look at Grambo. He's like, you say he's getting in the mining business?
Well, everyone starts somewhere. You remember how you started, friend?
I do. I was helping forge weapons.
Well,
But
everyone walks. His path of life is got a few more twists and turns than yours or mine, perhaps. But
I'll say he might need to work his way up before he gets into the mines.
oh, just you wait till this man sobers up. I've been waiting for the past 3 years, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
I hope so too. I'll drink to that. He's gonna cheers his buddies, and you're gonna hear some more cheers kind of in the background.
I'm gonna waddle over with my shit pants, and I just walk up to him and was like, "I'm afraid the cumulative hangover will kill me."
Well, you kind of need your wits about you in the mine. Sometimes there are some creatures that have been popping up recently.
Creatures. What kind of creatures?
We don't really know. Whenever they kind of come in, we usually tend to get out of there because we only have pickaxes here.
Well, how about you tell us where this is at, and we'll get rid of the creatures for you.
Well, I wish I knew, but it seems like they kind of come from everywhere because we can't see too far down in there. I'm sorry, we haven't had the pleasure. I'm Troy Battleblade. Who are you?
Salvatore. At your
Salvatore.
service.
That's an interesting name for someone over here.
I'm not from around here, but one of my professions is getting rid of evil, and generally creatures like this are evil. So if you could do us a pleasure of telling us where your mine is at, we would get rid of these creatures for you.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. My mom has all the information there. I just kind of go where they tell me. Again, trade secret. You get the feeling he's kind of dull or a little dim-witted about it. He's a real rule follower with some of that shit. Doesn't really want to cross anybody.
Well, I think we're going to make our exit, and I'm going to motion to the other two that we should make our leave. But just because this boy's dull and I'm feeling amused, I'm going to be like, "Hey, watch this." He's human, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, what's that in your hair?" And I'm going to reach out and like behind his right ear, and I'm going to cast minor illusion and pull a gold piece out, but it's not real. He's like,
he was
"Oh,
just going to smear shit in his hair.
That's actually what I did.
He's gonna kind of put his like, "Did I leave another gold piece?" And he's gonna at the mid sentence be like, just be like,
And I'm gone.
he's gonna be like, "What was in my ear?" And then as you guys are leaving the bar, like, "Hey, yo, Troy's got shit in his ear. He's got shit here."
So where do we find his mother?
Used to be shit house.
By the barracks, apparently.
Well, let's go talk to dear old mom.
Yeah, y'all would know where that shit is. So, so as you make your way out of the stuck pig, it's pretty much on the other side of the wall. Diddle-a-doo, 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 diddle-a-doo. Fuck. And you get to the so you pass kind of the gallows, where an almost this is where lots of hangings happen, as you can imagine, and
Best not hang around here too long.
Just for looks.
so some of the
This is where all the dicks hang out.
Our humor's really dropping off, guys. Come on.
I get that. That was a good one.
We're done.
I've got a cock.
That makes one of us.
So how's the rooster farming going?
Yeah, you are just one big set of balls. So
I am the nuts.
So yeah, there's kind of like an urban legend at this point now. You all know is like kind of like the fall of Kuri. So it was an old Aarakocra. Yes, that was that tried to start an uprising towards the Outer Ring years and years and years and years ago, and eventually they had caught Kuri and beheaded him in that spot, and they had his head on a pike for the longest time, and then eventually, like, it kind of like wilted and decayed away. They built the gallows above it, so you would know that as kind of like the folly of Kuri in that spot. That's kind of like the urban legend there, where if anyone talks about uprisings anymore, like, it's silenced because the vast power of King Roan.
Rather misguided chap that Kuri was, but I don't think he was entirely wrong, truth be told.
Okay. Not my city, not my place.
Yep.
Is there anyone hanging at the gallows right now?
Yes.
Is there a corpse?
Give me a perception check. It's Daffrin.
How's a 10.
10? Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. So you would know this as... Oh, man. Okay. You would know this as almost previous, not necessarily royalty, but she was definitely a big socialite. You would know this as the Duchess Minerva. Throat slit and hanging with a silver knife plunged in her side with a stake through her heart.
Oh.
Is this something I would have been like privy to? Is this like, I'm sure this has been like headline news, or is this just happening?
Oh yeah, you would definitely know. So, the Vampire Uprising happened. A little bit of history. So the Vampire Uprising happened as like one of the big crime syndicates in this town was is run by Heidegger. You don't know where his location is based, but all you essentially would know about Heidegger is that he's very much well connected within the city to all the skeevy underbelly and all the wrongdoings in there. But no one's actually really seen him in a while. He's connected to the Duchess, who was the pretty much like first generation vampire in the city, and people kind of knew she was kind of a little bit off her rocker, but people didn't expect the shit show that happened next. So there was a small uprising where a few vampires were kind of like getting out, but it was kind of clunky how she tried to overthrow everybody, and then very quickly was caught and stabbed with a silver dagger, and then stake plunged through her heart.
And
So-
she's currently hanging as well from
Currently
the gallows.
hanging, yeah.
Is
Decaying.
anyone watching her?
No one's watching her. The festivities have ended with her demise.
So if we
Grambo-
remove the stake,
Before you do that, Grambo's gonna poke shit. I can't. What's your character's name?
shit, Errol.
Errol. He's gonna poke Errol in the ribs and be like, "Hey, watch this." And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to make it look like she has a boner.
This is my brother Errol. This is my other brother Errol.
You're so yeah, you just see like a little whoop. Imagine a little slide whistle kind of happens there, and you're gonna hear a laugh in the background, like oh, that's a funny little trick you have there.
Fuck me. I never pick a character who would want to do this.
Let me turn around and see who that is.
I'm just gonna kind of look over, and remember the mask guy from Majora's Mask?
Nope, never played it.
Just so a little bit of an older chap, a very porcelain skin, immaculate condition. But again, sounds super old, but it's gonna kind of look over like, oh, the Duchess is putting on a show.
Is he as pretty as I am?
Even more pretty.
That's tough. And what's it to you?
Oh, nothing to me. It's just funny to see, young man. I sense great struggle in you.
Okay, Master Yoda.
I don't know this Yoda you speak of, young man.
Me neither. It just slipped out.
Sounds like a little beta cuck. And you, Errol, you carry a very interesting trinket with you.
So yeah, Errol has no need to hide it from him. He's like, oh, you have a very clever eye there, friend.
I've got two.
Well, double the eyes means double the prize. What can you tell me about my trinket here, friend?
Oh, nothing. You must figure that out on your own.
Oh, well, you've been maddeningly unhelpful then, sir.
I try. That is the gambit of Shill's car. And like, he's just fucking weird.
It really is quite a pleasant town once you kind of get away from this area.
He's gonna look over at Grambo. He's like, "Oh, Grambo, it's been a while. How are you, Grambo?"
Who are you?
"Oh, I'm Shill's car."
Oh, that guy. I'm gonna look over at Errol and I'm just gonna say, I hate that guy.
Would you fancy a drink? As usual, I've got a new brew for you. Ah.
The last time you gave me something to drink, I'd never been more sober in my life. I'm not going down that road again.
But this one's new! Grambo!
You somehow managed to make alcohol that makes you less drunk.
Give it a try if you want, but you must pay me 3 gold.
Can I roll a perception check on this drink that he's trying to offer me?
You can. It is in a glass bottle.
15?
15.
It's actually shit.
So, you don't know why,
Fermented.
but you trust it this time. It's not cloudy. It looks like a clear spirit that someone had intentionally tried to make, and it might get you fucked up.
Okay. Well,
And you do notice, though, there is a stone at the bottom
okay.
of the glass.
All right, we're going down this road.
All right.
But so, as a drunken master, I get proficiency in brewer supplies and performance. So I don't know if that helps at all. But this sounds more of
this doesn't. It's not more beery. It's more
it's distilled.
more distilled spirits. So,
Yeah.
like you. Of the, you were a, gnome, was it?
Yeah.
Of the gnomes, there's definitely 2 classes of gnome, especially around here. You have the distillers who are up in the inner circle, and then more of the brewers who are kind of towards the outset, and the merchant ring kind of gets a little bit of both in there.
All right. Bottoms up. I'm going to drink this weird-ass rock liquor.
Are you drinking the whole thing?
Am I drinking the whole thing?
I'm asking you. Are you drinking the whole thing?
How much can I drink before I throw up?
You can drink the whole thing, but you don't know what's going to happen yet. Are you drinking the whole thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Roll me a D100.
Jesus Christ. Where's Simmons when you need him?
Or
Hang on. I have an app for this.
There's an app for that.
Has he graduated from
D100,
cards and just gone
82.
to alcohol?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
82.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's going to take me, like, a little bit longer than that.
D100. Jesus Christ. This is an ASMR podcast now. Page flipping.
It is. What was it again? I'm sorry.
82.
82. Shill's gonna be like, "Oh, you drank the secret tonic, Grambo! Bibbidi bobbidi boo! No one can see you now." And you cast invisibility on yourself. And then Grambo's gonna be like, "I've been on the lookout for some cards, so if you see some, please let me know." The shills. And then he's gonna kind of like scamper away. And almost like as soon as you turn your heads away from the situation, like it's gone. Like Shills is gone.
That was an interesting fellow.
I hope we never see him again, but I have a strong suspicion that we will see more of him than we would like.
I've seen him once, and that's more than I like.
Well, we can't see you right now, Grambo, so you're going to have to tell us every once in a while that you're still here, or perhaps...
Well, if he follows us into that lady's store, maybe he can find out something for us.
I like the way you think, my friend.
Unless he falls over and breaks.
Is there any way
everything.
Is there any way I can figure out how long this invisibility is going to last on?
You
him?
have no idea. No one has any idea.
Rambo, take your clothes off.
AR,
They already are.
give me a con save real quick, AR.
10.
You're definitely feeling it, but you're still pretty cognizant of everything around
Cool.
you.
Well, at least I can speak.
Yeah, and you are visible.
Grambo, how do you say about doing some impromptu reconnaissance work once we request our audience with the dame?
I was going to do that anyway, so cool.
Well, fantastic. Now it's going to be that much easier on you, seeing as no one can see you. Well,
for
no
now.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, friend. Shall we make our way to the dames, gentlemen?
Let's go find this broad.
Cool. Sweet. You cannot miss Agatha's shop. It's it looks almost like pieced together. Like, have you ever seen like favelas in
Brazil.
in Brazil? Thank you. Yeah. It looks like it started off as a very humble shop and then eventually just kind of ballooned into a little bit more. You see, it's not necessarily run down. It looks really nice for the place where it's at. There's a really big smithy towards the left of it. You have a big forge on that left side. You have another little alcove where like people do weapon drop-offs and they put their names in, and then she kind of gets to it when she needs to.
Is there a like level 15 character that's making like 3,000 iron daggers at a time?
Yes.
It's a Skyrim joke.
But yeah, so it's a very humble looking shop until you kind of like go even closer and you're like, oh shit, like it's all pieced together to make this massive kind of like super shop now.
It's a super shop.
It is.
So it's like Walmart.
Yeah.
Medieval Walmart.
That's it. She's cutting her prices with rollbacks.
So you
We found out how she did it.
So imagine you all walk into the store, and there's a couple people shopping kind of around. But as you get in, like, it definitely opens up to a much bigger thing. You have a section for swords, axes, bows, crossbows, a deep selection of ammo around there.
For some strange reason, there's an ophthalmologist at the front.
There could be. Even a gynecologist, too, in the back. But don't worry about that. So, there's a...
Thought we were done with band references.
Fuck no.
joke.
But yeah, it's a pretty decent store. Everything looks quality that you can see. And then you notice a slightly older lady, kind of hunched over at the front, very keen on a lot of things, almost Daffrin keen.
I was about to say that.
But no, very keen on just like who's in the store. It's like, oh, welcome. I'm Agatha. What can I help you with? And it's not. There's no. It feels like very, very warm how she's inviting you into her establishment.
How old is she?
She looks to be about 60 or so.
Oh, perfect.
So at this point, I'm sort of making pleasantries, kind of waving at the Agatha, kind of hailing her. But I'm going to cast message to Grambo Crampo over here.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Grambo, you might want to start snooping around for some back rooms, maybe some parchments or documents that aren't for the public eye. Quick as you can. I'm not sure how long this little enchantment of yours is going to last.
I was actually going to... Is it a cash register area where she's behind, like a counter with a cash
it looks
register?
like that looks like where she keeps the nicer products, like maybe the more custom jobs that maybe someone didn't pick up. But yeah, there's kind of like a cash area, a more like glass viewing area too.
Okay, I was gonna start by I don't want to like break into her cash drawer, but I wanted to try to look behind the cash register to see if there's anything that caught my eye, and then do what he wanted to do.
Give me a perception.
8.
Cool. Nothing really catches your eye. It looks like pretty standard store fare, other than like the really nice ornate kind of weaponry that's around there.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna head to the back and do what he said.
Okay. I need a stealth check this time, just because you still are walking around the store and like the floor might be a little creaky.
Okay. I mean, I'm invisible, so is that like advantage or anything?
Why not?
Okay, that's a 19 plus 6.
19 plus 6, yeah. So you have some godly reason you have found every single floorboard that doesn't creak, or you found like right where they kind of join at the supports, and you kind of make your way to the back room. And the door's already open, so you don't have to even worry about that.
All right, I'm going in.
All right, we'll get back to that in a minute. So what are y'all two doing? She's looking around. She's like, can I help you boys find anything?
Well, Salvatore's extremely beautiful. He's like a 5'9" male model.
Okay.
And he takes her hand and just bows and gives it a little kiss and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I've heard so much about you."
She's gonna blush for a second. She's like, "Oh, with your flowery words, you are dastardly, aren't you?"
Well, and your son has spoken so much about you as well.
Oh, Troy, how's he doing?
Not too bad, but he said that you might have a little bit of a problem that we could help you with.
Oh, like what?
Well,
Incontinence.
From him and his friends, it looks like they're a bunch of miners, and they said they were running into a bunch of
This is an
people
intervention, ma'am.
that dig rocks out of the ground. And they're running into a monster problem?
She's gonna say, "Oh, I was hoping to keep that under wraps a little bit more, but yes, we've lost a couple of our workforce and a couple of the guards too, but we just can't seem to figure out where it's coming from."
Wow, you know kids, they can't keep their mouths shut. But maybe we could help you with this problem.
Maybe. What, may I ask, are you capable of, if you don't mind? Because usually who I hire to help or usually our security detail is a little more kitted out, per se.
I hunt evil. And evil runs from me.
Are you, can I get a persuasion?
11.
She's gonna say, well, just barely, but she's gonna be like, I might need a little bit more than that, because you see, we have a lot of hunters around here. Give me 1 second, I really have to pee. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, she was like, well, I guess we could use all the help we can get. Is it just the two of you?
We have another associate that's not with us right now. He wasn't feeling well, so he's back at the inn recuperating from the night before.
Oh, is he at the Drunken Skeever too?
No, he's actually at the Drunken Skeever 1.
Oh. It did burn down in a terrible fire, it did.
Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe he is at the 2.
The two, oh, okay.
I mean, it's definitely the number 2.
I don't follow.
Our associate shot himself, you see.
Oh, no.
And that's
Well.
why he's recuperating.
Does he need any more armor to help him with this?
More like recuperating, if you were to ask me.
And Grebo dies. I was gonna say, yeah, we could use some help with. It's just on the other side of the barracks. Here, I can show you the entrance if you want.
So while Agatha and Salvatore are discussing, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna use detect thoughts on Agatha.
Okay.
What does she have to do?
She's 60 years old, bro. She's not a thought.
Not a thought. She's a cougar.
Oh damn! Took me way too long. All right. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. Does she have more than a 3?
No, she's a drooling mess.
She has more than 3 intelligence.
All right. So initially,
she's in a senior's home.
So initially, I learned just the surface thoughts of the creature.
Okay.
So what is most on its mind at that moment? So I just get that for free.
God,
Okay.
She thinks I'm so sexy, doesn't she?
She's just like strapping young lads in the store, like trying to help out. So she could always use an extra hand or two. That's pretty much on her mind.
Okay.
Do you have to make a check for anything else?
I'm gonna attempt to probe a little deeper into her mind.
Okay.
She needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what's your DC?
DC at least 14.
Okay, she definitely fails that.
Cool. If it fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in her mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
She's worried about her child in the mines right now because they don't know exactly what they're going up against, and they know that that the guards have been kind of downplaying what has been in the mines, kind of killing either some of the guards or some of the miners in there.
Okay. Cool. So it says at the end here, either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless I shift my attention to another creature's thoughts, Agatha can use its action on its turn to make an int check contested by my int check. If it succeeds, the spell ends. I'm going to immediately shift over to Salvatore,
Okay.
and I'm just shifting it over so she doesn't have that chance to like sever that connection herself.
Okay.
So,
So she didn't know you read her mind at all.
So my surface thoughts are, she's going to tell us where this is at, and if she's facilitating something evil, she's going to die.
okay, and he's just gonna chop it off there. He doesn't want to probe any farther into Salvatore's brain.
Alrighty, yeah. So she's gonna look over and say, "Well, I guess whenever your friend is feeling better, I can show you the way to the mine, and then we'll cut to whatever Grambo's doing."
I'm looking around in the back room.
All right. What are you
The
looking
door
for?
was open.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Anything that can cue me into how these people are cutting costs so quickly.
All right. Give me
and
a perception
rapidly.
check.
Or efficiently. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Or I guess investigation. That might be a little
How's
better.
a dirty 20?
Dirty 20. That's good. So
A dirty 21 for investigation.
okay. So you're looking through and you're starting to see why. Because she's mapped out parts of the or she's mapping out part of the mines where they've already dug, and she's making a little bit more different compounds than just iron. It's not quite iron, it's a little bit more brittle, but it gives the same appearance as iron. It has kind of like the same sheen, and that's kind of how she's keeping her prices a little bit lower. She also cut a deal with the barracks, with the troops, so they pay her a little bit more up front to repair all their armor, and she's just making a lot more coin just based off of them paying a higher price for a lot of other stuff from the manifestos that you can kind of see on the desk, or the invoices that you can kind of see. So it's not necessarily
Anything illegal.
anything illegal, just really good business, and maybe she's just in it a little bit more for the money and kind of like
This is kind of a little gougy.
a little gougy.
Cool. That's do I have time to make one more check before I'm not invisible anymore?
You're gonna do it at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna look for any like free liquor.
All right, give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
That's off the floor. 4.
All right, you are going to fart at the same time, and someone's going to kind of run back like, "What?" And Agatha's going to stop conversation with y'all real quick. She's going to be like, "What is that?" And then she's going to kind of like hustle back into the back room where I imagine you scurried out with still farting yourself.
Am I still invisible?
Yes, you are still invisible.
Okay, yeah.
But you have scurried out, and she's went in there and has noticed that someone has ransacked her office.
Well, I wasn't really ransacking it. I was just
Well, as you tried to escape.
investigating. Oh, I just made a mess of things.
And you rolled a 4.
And I farted.
Yes. The fart led to the falling.
I
Which
dropped a
led
book on the floor, and then I farted.
to, yeah.
Or was it a shirt?
So she's gonna kind of look
Travis
around.
showed me this Vine the other day, or whatever the fuck they are now anymore. And this guy like tried to cough to cover up a fart. he just goes, and just fucking shit himself. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Jesus.
So Agatha's gonna run out and be like, "Did you hear that? I think someone just tried to steal from me."
Oh dear. What's... And he walks in and gets a whiff of it and goes, fucking Christ. It's like quite an odiferous assailant you seem to have attracted here, Dame Agatha. Would you like us on the case for you?
Yes. You can be on the case.
Fantastic. We'll add this one on our docket after we secure your mining problem here. I hope nothing of value was taken from you.
It doesn't look like it. Just looks like something fell, maybe. I guess I've been placing some things kind of precariously.
Well, we'll check it out, and it would be really nice that if we do you a service and secure your mine, maybe we could get a little bit of a discount here.
A discount? Certainly.
You know, just for helping you out.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'll take you to the mine.
Well, lead the way.
Excellent. So, is there any way we could prepare before our adventure to the mine here? He's trying to say it loud, but not like draw any attention to himself, so Grambo can hear wherever he is.
I can't make myself uninvisible, can I?
No.
Well, we're going to find the where the entrance is at. What doesn't mean we have to go right away.
Yeah, she's just going to show you where the entrance is.
Oh, well then.
Okay. So hear me out.
She's going to take you over herself.
Can I cast minor illusion on myself while I'm invisible to make me look like myself again? I'm not invisible.
He's gonna make a visible himself next to where he is. Well, he is invisible.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna be outside and then come back in the door, and I'm just gonna follow them.
Okay.
What happens if you cast mirror image on yourself while you're invisible?
She's gonna take you out to the mine, and as you guys are kind of walking, you like you're starting to get more towards the kind of like rocky area of the outer ring, and she's going to kind of like say, "Well, here it is," and you're gonna notice like a bunch of different kind of gruff, grisly-looking dudes walking in and out. Like you're assuming their shift's going to be over. So like, there's some of our security over there. There's the other miners. But what you want to do is you want to take that lift straight down, and then go right to the left.
You go right to the left or left to the right?
You're going to go straight to the left.
While we're here, I'm gonna ask if there's anyone that has any information about any kind of monster sightings, and say that there's some free beer in it. If you can give us any information.
One of the guards, Gary Crocky, he's going to kind of look over and he's going to say, "Yeah, we saw it. We got wiped out. All
Where
of us.
and how did we get there?"
Again, you go straight down, make that left, and then you're going to notice a small clearing. You can just keep going. You can't miss it.
And is there anyone scheduled to go down there?
Not today. We're set to break ground on the iron
When's the next time they're scheduled? Because we would like to go down with them.
2 days from now. They're bringing Troy and his group down there.
Okay, I'm going to make mention to the rest of our group, and just our group, that it might be better to follow them so that if something happens, we have a way to get out.
Cannon fodder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you just have to be able to run faster than everybody else.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
want to interrupt you as much as I possibly can. Can I drop my minor illusion stealthily and then try to like look around to see if there's anything that's not what it should be?
So you're going to immediately disappear in front of
No,
some
I
people
was
talking.
planning to like walk away out of sight of.
There's a lot of people around there.
Well, I don't care if like random miners that are probably drunk see me.
Okay,
I care if the lady sees me.
you can try.
Okay, so
will try.
what do you want to roll? A stealth check to like sneak away and like become invisible stealthily?
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, you're essentially just looking like an apparition fading away in broad daylight.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's going to be with disadvantage because you are.
Yeah, I figured.
Because you are still farty McFart face right now.
All right, how is a math's hard 15?
On the plus side, everyone seems pretty occupied, or there's a really weird air in the air right now. Everyone's kind of nervous around this. But so yeah, you kind of apparate away, but I'm going to leave you with this image, kind of pulling a big boy skinny penis on there. The camera kind of pans into the mine down the elevator shaft there, slightly to the left. In the dark deep, you see a small blink and fangs and shortened breath, almost like a sigh, and some fog or some like condensation coming out of the mouth, or like when you're on a cold day, and then pan out.
Peter Pan out.
Pitter patter.
Crunchy pan or creamy pan?
And that'll be that tonight, boys.
Creamy pan.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon.
and etching.